Welcome to Spotlight Sessions, where we shine a
What's
light
your
on
story?
incredible. What does accessibility mean to you?
What's your mission?
A little bit longer, and can you tell us a little bit about your... Hello, and welcome to another episode of accessiBe's Spotlight Sessions, where we highlight disability leaders, changemakers, and advocates, and the amazing work that they do. My name is Superior Arden, and I head up accessiBe's nonprofit partnership program, and we're very excited for today's very fun guest, Ruby Taylor. So welcome, Ruby.
Thank you. I am glad to be here.
Amazing. So let's not hold the audience off longer. And can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. I always like to start off with, I am the youngest of 8 because my parents had to keep on trying until they got to perfection. Then they could stop, right? I am originally from the Bronx, and I was raised by 2 Southern amazing parents. And so even though I am from New York, I claim my Southern heritage strong. I like to think that I'm still a Southerner. And I am the founder of Financial Joy School. I am a person with a disability, and I like to think of it that I am disabled and still able. I have 2 disabilities. The first one came when I was born, and it is stuttering. I have a speech impediment, and I went through many years of speech therapy. And as I got older, I received another disability. I had a car accident which caused me to have a traumatic brain injury, and which put my life on a whole new trajectory. And I am a mother. I am a wife. I'm a lesbian. And I'm a believer. So those are all of the things about me in a nutshell.
And you're a very fun person because you always put a smile on my face.
Thank you. And I love joy, right? Life is hard enough, so why not do it with joy? And so I love it. So yeah.
Amazing. So we'll talk about almost everything that you mentioned today, but can we get started with telling us a little bit about the Financial Joy School?
Yes, Financial Joy School was started because I was on a mission to close the racial wealth gap, and I am still on that mission. And we are a nonprofit and a for-profit. We are a nonprofit thanks to our amazing partner, the NASDAQ Entrepreneurial Center, who is our fiscal sponsor. And we thank that just amazing organization. And we create diverse financial games and have an amazing financial platform to help people know that you can build generational wealth no matter your income. And so we do that with our legacy card deck, which helps players learn how to build generational wealth in a fun way, right? Because like finances, it has been built to be boring and hard because they use language that is just not necessary. You can make it nice and plain so that like we can all understand, but it's like a foreign language. And once you get it, you really got it. So that's what we work hard to basically do, help people get it so that they can use it to build financial freedom, whatever that looks like to them and their families. We have partnered with Wells Fargo, Black Fathers Foundation, Black Girls Smile, Detroit Public Schools, Dent Education, Donors Choose, and a whole lot of other organizations that has slipped my mind. And I'm sorry if I forgot to call your name. And so that's what we do. We go out into the community and we make financial education, particularly in investing education, accessible.
Mm-hmm. To a very wide community of people.
Yes, first we was focused on Black and brown people only, right? That was our focus. But as we begin to grow and build and go into the community, what I learned was that everybody needs it. And so that's why we are still focused on the Black and brown communities, but we are like, we want everybody to know, no matter what your no matter what your income is, you can build generational wealth.
And so you're a founder and an
Yes.
advocate. Can you also tell us about the Unconventional CEO, which is another big project of yours?
Oh my God. And so, yes, this is a passion project, and the Unconventional CEO, how to build joy and wealth and in the face of adversity, is a book about my journey through my many obstacles in this thing called life and how I made it over. And so when I had my car accident in 2012, I was a school social worker on the special education leadership team. And I loved my students. I loved my families. I loved them. I loved them. I loved them. And I still do. And when I had the accident, they wouldn't let me go back to work. And I tried. But my medical team wouldn't sign me back into work, which was so problematic. Not just because it just crushed me, but also it put me in a bad financial situation. And through that journey, that is when I learned about investing, right? On a deep level. And that's when I became a investor once I got back on my feet, because I was on the verge of homelessness, but I was able to get through that. And I also talk about the racial wealth gap and how that impacted my life personally, right? How that really, what that looks like on a individual level, because like everybody talks about it, right? The racial wealth gap. But I explain how that really showed up in my life, and like how we can all work towards decreasing it. One more thing about the book, right? What is great about the book is not only does it share my own journey, we have 4 amazing women in the book that basically share theirs, and they are from all different backgrounds, right? Which is super duper dope. We have a executive, Jennifer Flores. We have another executive and a lawyer. Her name is Chantel Roche. And then we have Tamika Brown, who is a CPA and executive too. And then we have my amazing mother sharing her own story. And so we like to call that the intermission section of the book, where you like get a break from me and learn about how these women became successful. And so that's why I love the book, because it's about we can all be O's of our lives, period. Period. And plus, like, it shows you how to build generational wealth. So that's another thing that I love. It's a great book because my mother said so. So I would highly recommend you all going out to like Amazon, Bookshop, Barnes and Nobles, and bring me out to like come and speak. I will make you smile. If I do nothing else, you will smile. The book is also about resilience, right? And so that's one thing that I also speak really hard on: resilience, wealth building, and joy, and disabilities, right?
Right.
You could be disabled and still able.
I love that. So let's add to your list of accolades. We started with founder and advocate, and now we've added author and connector. So
Yes.
my follow-up question to you is this. As someone who's experienced a traumatic brain injury, what is one thing or maybe even a few things that you wish people knew about someone with TBI?
You can't look at a picture and basically judge it, right? And it's so aggravating because when you present a certain way, people make assumptions. And so if I'm having a good day, a great day, they assume that I do not have a disability. And when I'm having a bad day, they assume that I am not capable, right? And it's really stupid, for lack of a better word, right? I was interviewed one time, right? And the person questioned whether or not I had a disability, right? Because I had a great day and I was like able to really flow well, right? And they questioned me so much. They never wrote the article because they didn't believe that I had a TBI. That's problematic. Number one, what you're saying is somebody who can show up well cannot have a disability, right? So that's called ableism. So just because I presented well, it does not mean that I do not have a disability. I can still have a disability. And what is it? Also present well, right? We are not, the disability community is a spectrum, right? A beautiful spectrum, beautiful, beautiful. And so it's really, it gives me fuel, right? To help people know that even when I'm having a bad day, well, not a bad day, even when I'm having struggles, because it's not a bad day. Every day that I can breathe is a good day. And so even when I'm having struggles, I am still capable, right? Right? I'm still capable. And so I wish that people would stop thinking that people with disabilities come in one package, and you can't tell by the way that a person looks, the way that a person speaks, whether or not they are disabled or not. And 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 even when it shows up that like we do have a disability, please know we are still and will always be fully capable And we have gifts, many gifts, and many, many talents. That's
Absolutely. Amazing. That was really well said. And you also, I forgot to mention this because you mentioned it earlier, you were a teacher. And so you've
yes,
experienced students who also have disabilities and you saw them in the classroom and what they were capable of.
yes. And when I was a teacher and a school social worker, what I did was use my life and let them know nobody owns your story but you, right? And like take full ownership of that story and like take full ownership of your gifts. So one of the things that I'm most proud about during my career, I created empowerment day where I brought kids like together for us to watch a movie, which was Rudy, which is a great movie that basically highlights disabilities and like how he was resilient. And then I educated them about their disabilities. And what is it? Also show them famous people who have disabilities and then like help them create their own goals and like learn how to advocate for themselves to get everything they need to be successful. So that's one of my highlights of my career in the education field.
That's so great. And here's a follow-up question to that. When you hear the word accessibility, what comes to mind for you?
Equality, right? That's the first thing that comes to mind because now everybody has access, right? Not just people who are like able, right? Who does not have a disability because we are still able. I hate when people say that. And I just said it. Oh, get it out of my head. Poof, gone. And so it basically allows access for all people. And once you have that, it's an amazing thing because once one ship rises, all ships rises. And that's what people do not get, right? This isn't a charity case, right? This is for us all to rise. And like once we do, everybody wins, not just a small fraction, everyone wins. So that's why accessibility creates equality. And what is it? Equity, not just equality, equity. It just levels the playing field.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And so, my final question for you today is as someone who's working with investors, working now in the tech space as well, do you have a message for the business community on what they can do to improve inclusion and access?
Yes. Give us a chance, right? When you see somebody who is disabled, whether you can see it or like whether you cannot, give us a chance. Disabled people are the most resilient people in this world. You will have an amazing experience that can benefit you on both the founder and, your business. So do not shut your mind off. I know it's hard because like we all have that. You know, people don't want to be truthful. We all have judgments. Everybody. There is not one person in this world who does not prejudge people. That's okay. What is not okay is not checking that, right? Check it. Be like, am I being open? And if I'm not, why not? And how can I become open so that I can fully see this person's humanity?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Right? And then go forth, right? I have to do it too. And I'm Black, disabled, woman, lesbian. I check every minority box possible. And like, I still have to check myself constantly. And so check yourself so that we can all rise.
Yeah. I love that, because when we assume wrong and that has negative implications, it has negative impact, it can hurt someone in ways that we don't consider because we don't see it as our own lived reality. And so I love your message today.
Thank you. And I want to thank this amazing company that is helping us, accessiBe. I will remember the name. I just had a moment, but it came back. accessiBe, for giving nonprofits and the disabled community accessibility. You know, I am so hyped about that. That like once people come on my website, they get to experience it in a way that like everyone does. And so to me, that is super duper dope. So thank you all for your partnership, for your innovation, and just for your pure awesomeness. Thank you.
Ruby, thank you for your awesomeness and for being a guest on the Spotlight Sessions. It's been so fun talking to you and getting to know you in general.
Thank you. Have a great one. Peace,
Amazing.
everyone. Go and check out accessiBe. You don't want to miss that.
And to all of our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. Come check us out. And you can also continue the conversation by following us on Instagram at accessiBe_community. We'll see you.